I hope that you have had a wonderful day. So if you are coming on right this very second over on Facebook, you are probably watching the replay. Please put hashtag replay in the comments. Tell us when you're watching. Tell us how you're doing. We'd love to know how you're doing today. So we are going to work on a St. Patrick's Day arrangement. It's been a long time. I guess it's been a year since I've done a St. Patrick's Day arrangement. I thought it would be fun to go ahead and do it this week. So if in case you are going to have any kind of St. Patrick's Day festivities, this would be a fun arrangement to be able to make. You're wiggling.
I know. I can't help it.
Victoria is trying to get all set up. I'm sorry we are a few minutes late. We got to piddling around in here and we're running just a few minutes late, so I apologize. We are live. We'd love to know that because it's kind of neat to see where all of our followers are from. I am going to work with a ceramic container and fresh floral foam. I have been trying to do more arrangements. Thank you for the hearts and the thumbs up, guys. I've been trying to do more arrangements, not using floral foam as much. I tend to use a lot of floral foam. And so I'm trying to get away from that a little bit and use more armatures and like chicken wire and different things like that instead of floral foam. But sometimes your arrangement just needs floral foam. So I have got a ceramic container. I believe this is one that we picked up at Walmart years ago. I think it's Better Homes and Gardens. It is actually made for a green plant. It does have a hole in the bottom, but it has a little plug so it holds water and you can design in it really well. So I have taken my fresh floral foam. We did soak the foam first. We always soak our foam first. I am going to trim that floral foam just a little bit. Set that piece to the side. What we will do with this is drop it back. We've got a bucket in there that holds water that we keep our floral foam soaking in. So we'll just drop this piece back in. So if in case I need to wedge in, we need to use it to wedge in some of the foam for another arrangement, we certainly can. I am going to tape this in. Try to dry off the edge.
You have lots of hellos.
Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. So glad you are here today.
On TikTok, Rosalind Roberts says hello, and Caitlin says, I love seeing your arrangements. Your videos are so helpful and educational. Thank you.
I'm so thankful. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching.
On YouTube, Miss Shelley says, good afternoon, ladies. Finally out of the hospital and home. Beautiful weather in Texas.
Oh, Miss Shelley, I'm so glad you're home. Bless your heart. So what I'm doing now is I did do a cross tape. I came with the tape just kind of crisscrossed over, and I am taking just a small little piece of tape and I'm taping that down to make sure that it doesn't come up. It comes up, if you get these containers wet, that tape doesn't want to stick. So I'm just taping it down.
Miss Brenda says that she has the same color sweatshirt on today.
So we are twins today, huh?
Miss Kathy says it's cold here, but warm weather coming next week. I love watching you design.
Oh, I'm so thankful you're here, Kathy. Thank you for watching.
Cam says, hey friends, stopping by real fast. Been working all day, working with state representatives, trying to get a bill passed. Love you all.
Wow, Cam. Busy, huh?
Miss Janice Sloan says, I'm actually catching you live for the first time in a while.
So glad you're here, my sweet friend. Okay, so I have taped my foam down. I'm going to tilt it so you can see how I taped it. I did try to trim up that edge just a little bit. A lot of times I find that green tape will show, so I'm trying to cover up that tape. So I don't know if you saw our sneak peek. I put it on Facebook. Of me talking about this cabbage. So this is called a Savoy cabbage, and I actually peeled it back. I pulled some of the leaves off. A Savoy cabbage is, and I might be mispronouncing that, so y'all correct me if I am. It's really ruffly. It has a lot of really pretty ruffles. It's just a beautiful cabbage. At first, I thought what we would do with this is I would hollow out the center, drop a vase in, and we would do an arrangement just down in the cabbage. Well, the problem is my cabbage is too small. So when you get to pulling back all of your leaves, the head of the cabbage is really pretty small. So I couldn't find a container that would hold floral foam and all that down into my cabbage without completely taking the roundness of the cabbage. So I decided we would use him just tucked in, and then we would do flowers around him. So what I have done, I've taken a lot of his leaves off because I was practicing, and I wish I had waited until the live. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of peel back or kind of flare out these leaves on this cabbage, and you have to kind of be careful because they'll tear. It's kind of like when you're working with ornamental kale. You have to kind of be careful because you don't want to tear the leaves. You just want them to kind of roll back. It almost looks like a Cabbage Patch doll. Did you have Cabbage Patch doll when you were a little girl? Because you're too young.
I knew of them, but I never had them.
They're kind of creepy little dolls. Now, if you look back at it, they're kind of creepy little dolls, but they had a cabbage, and so this was the Cabbage Patch that they came from. And they all had funny little names. I don't know if y'all remember their funny little names. I never had a real one. They were expensive, and so my grandmother made us dolls. So I never had a real one, but... And when I got grown, I decided I really didn't want one, so. Okay, I am going to take, these are greening pins, and they're kind of little U-shaped pins. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these pretty leaves, and I'm going to roll them back, if I can get them to roll for me. And I'm going to take them and lay them under that cabbage, and I'm just going to pin them in place.
Over on TikTok, Robin9361 says, just found you, yay.
Hello, Robin. Welcome, welcome. So glad you're here.
Flowers by Frankie Davison says, watching you from the UK.
Thank you, friend. Thanks for watching.
Nick's Seasonal Decor says hello, and Gray Hair Old Lady 65 says, hi from Texas. Love watching you design.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Nick's Seasonal Decor. I watch you, friend. So glad you're here.
Miss Shirley Wilson, 2009, says, my mom was a florist but died last year. I've tried to do her grave flowers, not as good as her.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sweet friend. Your mama does not expect you to make those perfect. She is just thankful that you are making them. So you just keep doing it, and it's out of love, so don't feel that way at all. She would be so proud.
Cheryl Lee, 8327, and Hoogie Thomas, 6. Thank you for the follows on TikTok.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. If you are enjoying this video, please give us a thumbs up. Give us a heart. Let us know that you are here. So I'm just taking all of these leaves that I pulled off of my cabbage, and I'm really just making it a lot larger. But I am able to adjust and put the leaves exactly where I want them. I'm taking those greening pins, and I'm just pushing it right into that leaf, and it's going to just stay right in place. So it's looking like a pretty perfect little cabbage.
On YouTube, Stargazer Lily says, I had a Cabbage Patch doll named Morley. They are cute to me, LOL.
Well, I actually went to an estate sale a couple of weeks ago, and I think she had like 24 of the Cabbage Patch dolls, and some of them are much than others. Much cuter than others. All right, so there's our beautiful cabbage. So what we're going to do is I am going to kind of place him right in the center of our arrangement. Now how I'm going to do that is I'm going to flip him over, and I am going to take a couple of skewers. These are just bamboo skewers like you would use in grilling, and I am just going to tuck that right down into that cabbage, and it doesn't have to be this long. You can trim that off.
Miss Janice is wearing yellow today as well.
Really? It's a yellow day, huh?
Maria says she's not feeling very well today.
Oh, Rhea, I'm sorry to hear that, sweet friend.
Miss Brenda says she's recovering from a toe implant surgery, finally not hurting as much. Please pray.
Oh, bless your heart. I certainly will. Okay, I turn him over on his head, so I am going to flare those leaves back out. Okay, I just stuck a couple of bamboo skewers down in there. I'm going to kind of put him off to the side of my floral foam. Again, I'm just going to take and flare those leaves out. It is a little limp. He's not quite as crisp, but he was the prettiest one they had at the grocery store today, so I just picked the prettiest one.
Miss Sue says, morning ladies, love seeing your beautiful arrangements and seeing the different earrings. So pretty.
Oh, thank you, friend. Thank you, thank you. So glad you're here. Okay, these two leaves I'm just tossing. And I'm going to take another pin and pin my leaf up. So if any of your leaves are acting like they don't want to stay up, just take you another greening pin and just pick it back into. Okay, so there is our cabbage, just our pretty cabbage. And you saw where I just very simply manipulated those leaves to make them kind of do what I wanted them to. Again, this is not the most crisp cabbage, but it's going to work for what we want. Okay, next we have lots of green and white with a pop of yellow flowers. I'm going to come in with a little bit of parvifolia eucalyptus and kind of come around our arrangement. So I'm just going to take my euc, I'm going to break it off, and I'm just going to kind of come all the way around in this container. Now this is one of those arrangements that you're just going to kind of let that cabbage tell you what to do. That's why I kind of put the cabbage up there in the center. I'm just kind of, it's my centerpiece, and I'm just going to work all the way around it.
Cam says they're trying to get the GAHB 652 passed that helps protect our swamp and natural resources.
Fantastic, Cam. So glad that you are a part of that.
He also says, please pray that we can get this bill passed. We are so scared that it won't, or we're so scared about it not being passed. Sandy Lee Aldridge says, hey, my sweet friend.
Hello, hello. How are you, friend? So glad you're here.
Miss Margaret Lynch says, we have a big St. Patrick's Day parade in our town. Every other year we have the Philadelphia Pipe Band.
Ooh, how fun is that, Miss Margaret?
Miss Julie says she's feeling sick today and cuddling with her kitty cat.
Oh, I'm so sorry you're not feeling well. Sending prayers your way.
Miss Mary Beth Raymond, hello. She says that she messaged you back. Sorry about the delay.
Oh, no worries at all.
She says, I love the ornamental cabbage.
Is that not so fun? That's just so fun. And it's actually, this is a cabbage I picked up from the grocery store. So this is called a Savoy cabbage. And it's just kind of got the roughly edges. And so I just kind of flared out those leaves and kind of manipulated them just a little bit to make them do what I needed them to. Got some road rage going on down here in front of the flower shop.
Eileen Ogden says, good morning from Brisbane, Australia.
Hello, sweet friend. Hello, hello.
She says, a cyclone is expected to hit us soon. City transport and airports are all closed.
Oh, sending prayers, friend. Stay safe. Okay, just some eucalyptus kind of coming out around it. Just kind of fun and different. Okay, next we're going to come with Bells of Ireland. So years ago when I first started in the floral industry, the only time of year that you got Bells of Ireland was at St. Patrick's Day. And I am so thankful that they decided this needed to be a year-round flower. I love bells. They're perfect for really anything. And so thank you for the stars, guys. Thank you so very much over on Facebook. And so I love a bell. So what I'm going to do is these bells have the little at the tip, I like to pinch that out. Now, for me, it's just because it looks nicer is why I pinch that out. If you like the tip to have the leaves on it, leave them. You can do whatever you'd like. For me, that's just a preference. Taking my floral knife, I'm going to cut that stem at an angle, and I am just tucking it right down into that floral foam. I am stripping a few of these, I'm calling them blooms, off, and I am tossing those, and I'm just going to press those bales right down into that foam. Now you have to be careful because bales don't really like fresh floral foam, and it's because they just don't get quite enough water. So anytime you are using bales of Ireland and fresh floral foam, make sure that you have plenty of water in that reservoir. Because they will be happier if they have plenty of water.
Miss Deborah Peacock says you can go to the Cabbage Patch Hospital and assist in a Cabbage Patch birth.
Well, can you? Never knew that. They always have the funniest names for all those little babies. Such wild, crazy names for all those babies.
The Lyrical Lily says, oh boy, she's got the vegetables out.
I got the vegetables, friend. You know they're my favorite. You know this time of year I love pulling out the vegetables. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Catherine Buffton says, hi from South Wales, recovering from a knee replacement.
Oh,
love watching your videos. Thank you.
Sending prayers, friend. I pray that you recover quickly. Okay, so there's our pretty bales. Just kind of fun and whimsical. I love the whimsy of a Bales of Ireland. Victoria and I were playing. She was working on YouTube this afternoon, and I said, let me go to Pinterest real quick. And I was actually on her Pinterest, and I'm like, she's going to have cabbage pictures coming up, cabbage arrangements. Anyway, they had one where they had all of these little new potatoes tucked in the arrangement, and I thought, you know, I like some potatoes in my arrangements. But I was not going back to the grocery store because I've been twice today. Okay, thank you for the hearts, guys. Thank you for the hearts over on TikTok. So next I'm going to do something over on this side. I went out and cut a little bit. I'm going to pull it over here because it's hard to get to. A little bit of forsythia yesterday. And I cut some bridal wreaths, spirea also. But I thought this yellow forsythia, it matches my sweater so well. I think this will be beautiful. Tucked in with the green and the whites.
Miss Dorothy Rue asks, did you get the 50 cup centerpieces done?
We have, yes, and I've got a little video just to kind of show you how the girls did that. They actually did that this morning. So this is just forsythia. Forsythia is just a blooming, kind of a shrub. And it puts off all of these little yellow blooms. And most of our different blooming shrubs and bulbs are beginning to bloom here in Mississippi because we've had some warm weather. So I went out and cut a little bit of the forsythia, which I love a blooming branch tucked into an arrangement. And I think this yellow is kind of fun and different. So I'm just taking and cutting that stem with my floral knife and tucking that right in.
Vanessa, thank you for the follow over on TikTok.
Thank you, friend. So glad you're here.
Avid Skier says, very cool. Great for St. Patrick's Day.
Isn't that fun? Just kind of a fun, different idea.
Miss Snazzy Sock says, hello, Monty. That's a great St. Patrick's design.
Thank you.
BB, thank you for the follow on TikTok as well. If you guys are enjoying our content, please be sure to like and follow.
Thank you. We'd love it if you would. Hit that follow.
Grow.
Hit that little follow button for us.
Melissa King is the one who sent the 50 stars earlier.
Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate that so much. And I did get your message, and I will message you back when I get home.
She also says, how cool is that, Monty? And yes, I've taken my children when they were baby girls to the Cabbage Patch Land. It was fun.
I have no. Where is the Cabbage Patch Land?
Miss Loretta asks for prayers. She's going to the oral surgeon for a jaw infection tomorrow.
Oh, goodness gracious. We will certainly pray, friend. We certainly will.
Oh, Gray Cockerum also has a friend that's really sick. His name is Mark, and asks that you would please pray for him.
We sure will, Gray. We will pray for your sweet friend. Okay, I love the forsythia. Of course, I would love the forsythia. Okay, the spirea is really shedding, so I'm not going to use it because I think I'm going to take Mama this lovely cabbage arrangement, and will not want all that little shedding spirea in her house, so I'm not going to use that, but it's really pretty and fun. I just dropped everything in the floor. Oh well. Okay, next, what's the next flower we are going to use? I thought we would use green hydrangeas, but we really don't need them because our cabbage is our centerpiece there. So let's come in with some of these pretty mums. I meant to get some green paint. Or should I? Yep, I'm going to get some green paint. Y'all give me 2 seconds. Let me go get some Just for Flowers green paint.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for the likes and the hearts. Thank you all so much. On YouTube, Tangela S says, "Hey Shug, it looks good already."
Thank you, friend. Thank you, thank you. So we got in these really pretty large mums. They do have a little bit of a green center, but I think they would be perfect green. So this is called Just for Flowers flower paint. It's made specifically for flowers. So anytime you are painting blooms, like floral blooms, you do want to use a floral paint. It's by Design Master, and this is called Fresh Green. It's kind of a transparent flower dye, so it doesn't do like a real solid paint. I'm just going to take and just pop that plunger just a few times and make that flower green.
Oh, lots of people are saying it's in Cleveland, Georgia.
Cleveland, Georgia. Okay, I've never been to the Cabbage Patch Hospital. Back when I was a kid, I guess we were poor. And Mama could not afford a Cabbage Patch doll for both Robbie and I. So my grandmother used to make baby dolls, and she made us, and Victoria, I'll have to pull them out, and you're going to go, those are the scariest looking dolls I have ever seen. But I do still have my baby dolls from when I was a little girl. And they're kind of scary, bless their hearts. But I did love those babies. Okay, I'm going to take these moms and I'm going to cut them. And I'm just going to kind of tuck them right down into that floral foam.
Cora Fells Creekside Cottage Garden on YouTube says, hello, watching from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm late to the live. What is this for, and how much would it cost?
I didn't really price it. It's just really for fun. I thought that we would do a St. Patrick's Day arrangement and kind of just play with a cabbage. So this is a fresh cabbage I just picked up at Kroger. It's just a Savoy cabbage that I took and kind of manipulated it a little bit by removing some of the leaves, and then I took them and kind of cupped them underneath the cabbage and pinned them in. But just kind of a fun way to do a St. Patrick's Day arrangement.
Kim on TikTok asks, what is the yellow flower?
The yellow flower I went and harvested out of the yard. It is called forsythia. And so it's kind of a shrub that grows out in the yard. Now in Mississippi, we are kind of in the spring season. So there are our spring shrubs and different spring flowers are beginning to bloom here. And so this is one of the, I'm calling it a shrub. Y'all correct me. I mean, I think that you would call it a shrub. It kind of puts off really pointy limbs, and they bloom with this beautiful yellow bloom.
Nana Tracy and Gray both say that they call them yellow bells.
Yes, I have heard that.
Um,
Mama always called it forsythia, and I know that is its probably probably scientific name. I don't know. But Mama always called it forsythia, so that's why I always call it that. Next, we're going to come in with these beautiful, creamy, with a pop of pink on these roses.
Midnight Raven and a Rose, thank you for the follows on TikTok.
So glad y'all are here. Thank you for watching.
Kim says, oh, okay, we call that goldenrod in Tennessee.
No, now goldenrod is different. Goldenrod is going to be solidago. So this would be goldenrod. I'm going to show it to you. In Mississippi, this is what we call goldenrod. It's a form of something like this would be goldenrod. And a lot of people think, and this is an aster, it's a type of aster, but this is what people think they're allergic to. And solidago aster, you're really not allergic to it. I think it's something that blooms along with it. But this is what you would call goldenrod, is solidago.
Joshua Howell, thank you for the follow on TikTok as well. Maddie Moshi says, I'm just joining, fellow florist here. Is that a floral cabbage?
It is actually not. It's actually a grocery store cabbage. I picked it up from just our local Kroger, and it is, the variety is Savoy, S-A-V-O-Y, I believe. And it's just kind of a roughly cabbage that I kind of manipulated and pulled off a lot of the outer leaves, and then kind of placed them around that cabbage so it kind of looked like the picture perfect cabbage. I am taking some wire and I am pressing it right in the calyx of these roses, and then I'm twisting it right around that stem. Now what this is going to do for me is it's going to make sure that these little heads don't dip. Every once in a while when you use fresh floral foam, your roses will get dehydrated and they'll dip their little heads. And so that's what this wire is for.
Maddie also asks, would this design be considered Della Robbia? Thank you for sharing.
Ooh, I would have to look that up, sweet friend. I am not exactly sure.
Kim says, yes, we have that too, but the old people call it goldenrod.
Really? Like what I was showing, the solidago or the
I think she's referring to
the forsythia.
She also asks, how long will the cabbage last?
The cabbage will last a while. Of course, it's not really in water. It's just a head of cabbage, so it'll last a while. It's going to get limp, but it'll last. I'm going to take these roses and do kind of like I did with the mums over here. I'm just going to kind of tuck those in.
The magnolia tree says, so I have someone that owes on a bill past due since 2024. What should I do?
Call them. Have you called them and talked to them?
Maddie, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Thank you, thank you. Let's see, over on YouTube, KJ Smith says, this is so cool to watch.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here, friend. Thank you for watching.
Janine Marshall says, hi, good evening, Monty and Victoria. Sorry I'm late, it looks so pretty.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Lots of folks saying that they call it forsythia where they are.
Yes, forsythia, yeah. Okay, next we are going to come in. So, I have these beautiful Veronica. So Veronica are so interesting. I don't know if y'all, you can grow Veronica. It actually will grow just in a pot. You can buy it at your local garden center in a pot. But this is a white Veronica. And it is so fun. To me, they kind of look like little foxtails. They have like a little point. They come in lots of colors, in whites and pinks and purples. I just thought that they were really fun and that I would tuck some of the Veronica in.
Carl Garrison says, you got it. Oh, sorry, YouTube.
Did we go dark?
I apologize.
That darn camera.
Carl says, you got a cute name for your Cabbage Patch arrangement. It's really neat.
Thank you. What should we name it? Y'all help me name it. We need a double name because those Cabbage Patch babies always had double names.
The Lyrical Lily says, I never got a Cabbage Patch either. People used to line up at the Kmart at Christmas for them. Rosemary Stark says, can't wait to see this arrangement finished. Will you get another kitty cat? I miss seeing your other kitty cat around.
I tell you, I will probably not get another kitty cat for the flower shop because it's dangerous up here. He is our second kitty cat that we've lost up here. And I didn't bring him here. He just came. He just came and decided that we belong to him. But he is our second that we have lost to this busy road, and so I will not bring one here. If the Lord has one come to me, don't think I won't feed him and love him, but I won't bring one here. Now, we have 2 kitty cats at home, and I post pictures of them over on Facebook every once in a while. I actually posted a picture of my old guy, Norman, this morning. And if you ever watch our devotions in the mornings, you'll see my younger cat. His name is Binks. He's a black cat, and he thinks he needs to lay on my bed in the mornings when I do my devotions. But probably not here at the flower shop. Now, we do bring Todd. Every once in a while you'll see Todd, but usually he's so tired and he's in his bed, so he doesn't associate with us much unless it's lunchtime. So you don't see him much in videos.
Over on TikTok, there's a lot. I'm trying to catch up on it.
Yay! So glad y'all are here. Thanks for watching.
John Beach, thank you for the follow. The Magnolia Tree says they won't answer. I've sent bills after bills.
Let me talk to Jason, my husband, and see, is it a business or is it a person that you're having issues with?
Midnight Raven asks, have you ever made an arrangement using Lisianthus?
Oh, yes. I love Lisianthus. I think Lisianthus is such a beautiful flower.
The Magnolia Tree says it's a person.
Okay.
And also asks, when did the kitty cat pass?
He passed in August. He passed away in August. He got run over. Okay, so these are button mums. I'm going to do the same with my buttons, I think. I think I'm going to paint them green. Just because I think green's good. So I am going to take them.
And she did say it was a person. Just a single person.
It's just going to be hard. I tell you, back several years ago, the only people that we will build to are like little churches and big businesses and corporations. We no longer build to individuals. And the reason we chose to stop doing that is for that exact reason. Because everybody has a debit card or credit card. I mean, there's not many people in this world that are working that do not have a debit card or a credit card, or they can come in and pay cash. We don't even really take checks. It only depends on... Jason didn't lock us in. Hey, give us just a second. Oh, it's Callie. It's just Callie. I'm like, Jason didn't lock us in. It's a customer. So we stopped sending out bills to individuals for that reason alone. It may be one of those things where if you know a family member and you reach out to a family member, maybe they'll get embarrassed and then they'll call and pay their bill. But it may be one of those things that you just have to write off.
Someone mentioned getting a lawyer.
It depends on how much it is. How much they owe you will depend on whether you can get a lawyer or not, or whether it's worth you getting a lawyer. Yeah, that always depends.
They're saying they love the Veronica.
Isn't the Veronica fun? It's just so fun and different. Next, we're going to come in with these buttons. I did pop them with a little bit of that fresh green paint.
John Beach says, quick question, what is your standard markup for your most used florals and greenery?
Standard markup on fresh flowers is, for us, 3.5. Green's the same. Hard goods is 2.5.
Magnolia Tree says it's $133.10 is owed. She says it's not much, but it's just the fact that
it just makes me mad that you stole my product and you knew what you were doing when you did it. You know, that's what makes me mad. I mean, I would reach out to someone they know. If you know them personally and you know maybe a family member, reach out to that family member and say, hey, I'm having a problem getting a hold of so-and-so. If they get embarrassed and their family member has to reach out to them, often they will call you and pay. And just take this as a learning experience. Don't bill to anybody else. Don't bill to individuals. And when they say something, well, why can't you've always done it? I realize we've always done it, but it's just gotten to the point where it's just more work than we care to do, and you're having to send those bills and mail them out, and you've probably charged, I mean, it's probably a fortune already in mailing out the dang bills. So we just quit doing it to individuals. I hope that helps. I'm sorry, friend. I hate that happened.
Chastity says, my sweet Samuel says hello, Monty. He's 7.
Hello, Samuel. So glad you're here, sweet boy. Thank you for watching.
Kelly Hadler says, I have the same container. I bought it at Walmart in the garden center.
Yes, and it was just a flower pot. They were made to hold plants. And they do have that little plug in the bottom, so they do hold water really well. I actually have this, I filled the reservoir. So it's holding water beautifully.
Sorry, folks, if I'm not seeing your comments. It's wonderful how many we have. It's just hard to get to all of them.
So glad y'all are here. Okay, I wondered if we should try anemones. I think we are just about full enough. I don't know that those anemones would add anything to this arrangement. So the flowers that I used today include, of course, I used that beautiful cabbage, which was just from the grocery store. I used the Bells of Ireland, and then the yellow forsythia. I used they were white mums that I popped with that floral paint. I used fresh green floral paint. Now, if you have never used floral paint and you are in a flower shop, y'all, it's a game changer. It makes your life so much easier, and you don't have to run all over the world trying to find the right color flower for an arrangement. You can pop it with a little floral paint and make it work in your arrangement. So I used the mums. We used the button mums that I also popped with a little bit of the fresh green paint. I used these really pretty creamy colored roses. I am not exactly sure the variety, but they are really pretty. They're a really large head, which I love. And then I used the white Veronica. And then as my greenery, that is Parvifolia eucalyptus.
Over on TikTok, Magnolia Tree says their kid is on my grandpa's baseball team, so I might talk to them.
There you go. That's exactly what you need to do, is you need to just reach out, and I think that it's going to make all the difference in the world, because when you reach out to somebody that they know, they get embarrassed, and they're like, oh snap, I forgot about that. And they might pay you.
Just Add Glitter Decor says that is gorgeous. I had to follow.
Thank you. I'm so glad you're here, friend. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the hearts and the thumbs up over on Facebook, guys. Thank you.
Midnight Raven says, great, you convinced me to add Lysianthus to my garden.
Oh, y'all, Lysianthus is amazing. Now, I don't think it's easy to grow. I think it's kind of hard to grow. I think if you want to grow it in your garden, you probably want to order plugs versus seeds, because I think it takes a good 6 months from seed to flower. So it's a long time. It takes a long time to grow them, but they're amazing. I love them.
Donna DeBragg says, my Cabbage Patch Kid was named Aldora Nessie.
Aldora Nessie. See, they had some interesting names, didn't they? My baby doll was Allie Francis. My grandmother named it Allie Francis. Nope, that was Robbie's. Mine was Lucy Marie. Lucy Marie and Allie Francis is what our grandmother named our baby dolls.
Lady Pickle Hannah, thank you for the follow on TikTok. They're saying it's beautiful. Midnight Raven says, I'm getting some plugs.
Yes, you'll love them. Share pictures. We want to see them. Please, please, please.
Gloria says, my favorite color is purple. Imagine this with a red purple cabbage, but also I'm now hungry for cabbage.
Absolutely. I think a red purple cabbage would be beautiful. Closer to Easter, I'm going to use some carrots. I'll do another vegetable arrangement for you guys. And I'm going to use carrots, kind of a Mr. McGregor's garden with Peter Rabbit. Just kind of fun. I love using fruits and vegetables in my arrangements. It's just kind of fun and different. and it gives you something interesting to look at.
A few people are wanting to know how your mom is doing.
Mama's doing pretty good. Please keep her in your prayers. We're struggling a little bit with this chemo. She's on a chemo pill, and it's got her blood pressure up. So just keep her in your prayers. But thank you so much for asking. Thank you, thank you. She and Daddy just celebrated their 52nd wedding anniversary, and they had such a wonderful time. And so thank you so much.
Rhoda, thank you for sharing our live video. Blossom Haven asks, where did you get the cabbage?
I got it from Kroger. I just went to Kroger. Our Kroger has some pretty interesting vegetables, and so I had bought one from them before. I usually shop at Aldi a lot or Walmart, but I knew that Kroger would have a pretty cabbage, so that's where I picked that up.
Miss Linda Sue says, I know a florist that will bill the person the flowers are sent to if the sender does not pay, and he does warn the sender beforehand that if you don't pay, then it's getting billed to the recipient.
Ooh, no, I have never done that, but I have shamed them into paying, but I've never done that. I've called their mama. And their mama made sure they got it paid too. They were here the next day after I called their mama.
Blossom Haven asks, do you put flower food in the water?
Yes, usually we do. We just use, is it Floral Life powder, and we just kind of sprinkle it in the water. And we do that in the reservoir that we have that holds the flower foam too. We'll add a little flower food into that too.
I don't think I see any more questions.
Guys, thank y'all for being here. Thank you for the wonderful questions. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do me a great big favor. If you have not hit that follow button, please, please do. We are on all the platforms, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. So we would love for you to follow us on all of those platforms. Anytime you see any of our videos come up, please, please talk to us. Please like our videos. It just helps us to grow, and it's just a free way to support our little flower shop. We appreciate y'all so much. I will have a new video up first thing in the morning over on Facebook with our brand new devotion. I'd love for you to come over there and see us there, and then we will be live tomorrow afternoon. Y'all have a great evening, and we'll see you all real soon. Thanks, guys.